Okay, we're going to start off with the options for the plank. So, option 1, on your knees. Option 2, on your feet. If you want to make it harder, lift one leg. Really squeeze your bum here and really focus on keeping some strength in that leg. So alternate legs throughout the 1 minute. Try to keep your form. You want a nice straight line between your head, your bum and your heels. Keep your neck in line. Okay, next is the side plank. I'm just going to take a band that I've got. You can have any resistance band. I'm going to put a knot in it so I can get to about hip width apart, but with a bit of resistance. Put a knot in it. And then when we have our side plank on our elbow or up on our arm, and then we can use the band to add some resistance to lift a leg. So this is how we can progress our side plank. You can hold that for 30 seconds. And then you can do that on the other side. Okay, now the Russian twists. So to start with, it may just be that you have your feet on the floor and you're just twisting. Really focus on your core driving this, not just moving your shoulders. It's all coming from this area, the twist. You might progress then to have your feet in the air. Again, focusing on your technique. This may progress to feet on the floor and a weight. Again, this is all coming, the movement is all coming from the core, and then progress that to feet off the floor. Really focusing on that balance that really helps engage the core. You can progress that to straight legs. For your boat pose, you may want to progress this. So to progress your bridge, so we're going to try and keep our feet close to our bum before we start. Hands flat on the floor. We're going to lift. Focus on using your bum muscles to really push the hips up as high as you can. If you want to progress this, hold one foot in the air. Keep the leg up straight, heel to the ceiling. Hold it and then down. And alternate the leg. And then roll back down. Next progression, when you're comfortable with that, would be single leg dips. So roll up, leg in the air, and dip. 5 5 dips, foot back down, roll back down, and do the other side. Leg up and dip. Really focus on squeezing your bum on the side that is driving it. Keep the leg that's in the air engaged, heel to the ceiling. And roll back down. Another progression. This is put the band around your knees, roll up and pulse outwards against the band. Slow pulses to start with. Focus on keeping your hips as high as you can, and then quick pulses. Some dips. Try and keep your knees in line with your ankles so you're resisting the resistance band. So with the band around above our knees, we can hold out one leg in line with the other leg and lift. So Supermans, alternate leg and arm. Try and keep your back flat and the hips in line. There's a tendency that you'll dip these. It's really all about technique to get the strength in this. So you want to keep those hips still. And hold and back down and alternate. To progress that, we can crunch them in. So really squeeze the core. Try and get elbow to knee. You can do our donkey kicks. So this is get your heel going up to the ceiling, try and keep your hips level, and then we're going to push the heel up into the ceiling, really working the butt muscles. Slow pulses, 10 times. And again on the other side, focusing on keeping the strength, keeping everything stable, really driving the heel up into the ceiling. Try not to twist the pelvis, keep it level. Put a band around your knees, either on the floor, hips stacked, knees stacked, and resist the band. You'll really find this working deep inside your butt muscles. Again, you can lift your feet off the floor and resist the band. You can increase the resistance of the band as you get stronger. Really focus on squeezing the butt muscles, get them to work as hard as possible in this exercise. Side leg lifts. We can progress this using the band again around the knees, above the knees. We're going to hold it for a few seconds and back down. Again a few seconds and back down. After you've done about 10 of them, you can then start to pulse it and you'll feel this really start to work. No need to hold it much higher than hip height. 10 pulses and back down, and again 10 pulses and back down. You can build up the resistance in the band, so tightening the band or get a stronger resistance band. To progress this even further, you can then start doing circles, circling your feet. Really just keep conscious of keeping these hips stacked one on top of the other. Try not to rotate your upper body. Keep it as still as possible, rotating this leg and then back the other way. This one really works the hip and butt muscles. Okay, for our back extensions, we can lift up and lift our legs to progress it. Drive our arms forward and like a breaststroke swim back. 2-3 of these before placing back down again. And repeat. Really focus on squeezing the butt to protect that lower back. If it hurts at any point, stop. You can also progress this to paddle arms and legs. So we're going to do 100 of these. We're going to alternate up and down. So our dart, which we would normally have like this. Make sure we squeeze our butt to protect the lower back. We can pulse it. We're going to do 100 pulses.